Following a threat by the opposition to protest through the streets of Port of Spain, Parliament will meet on Wednesday afternoon to repeal Section 34 of the New Administration of Justice Indictable Proceedings Act of 2011. Under Section 34A of the Act, if 10 years passed since the alleged offences were committed, a verdict of not guilty could automatically be given by a judge after an application is made. The opposition says they were given an assurance by the government in the Parliament that the law would not be proclaimed unless the necessary infrastructure was put in place to guard against any such loopholes. But this promise was not kept. Now, the opposition People's National Movement is accusing both Attorney General Anand Ramlogan and Justice Minister Herbert of bungling the act. Both men, they say, must go.
Now that these developments have played themselves out in such a disgraceful manner, the PNM calls for the immediate resignation of the Attorney General Anand Ramlogan and the Minister of Justice Herbert.
But the jury is out on whether the repeal would impact on legal proceedings initiated by businessmen Israel Galbaransing and Steve Ferguson to have the court dismiss the corruption charges brought against them. Both men petitioned the Supreme Court on Monday, seeking to have the charges against them dismissed. Legal sources tell CNC3 News that Parliament repealing the act may affect other cases, but attorneys for both men could argue that the law was in effect at the time when they filed their applications before the courts. But the opposition PNM believes the matter should not have even reached this stage. And Dr. Rowley says letters will be penned to the governments of the USA, UK, France, Canada, Holland, and also to the United Nations, the Organization of American States, and CARICOM.
We will inform them of the threat that the government of Trinidad and Tobago poses to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and the criminal action of the government of Trinidad and Tobago in duping the country in attempting to facilitate its favored sons.
Galbaransing and Ferguson are before the courts on charges of fraud in relation to the Piarco International Airport's construction. I am Chester Sambrano, reporting for CNC3 News.